Welcome back, folks. B-Shooter94. We're here with our Go Home WCW Monday Nitro for Starcade 2002. We're in front of 6,379 people today. We're opening the show with just a recap of overall what happened last week on Nitro, which features all of our feuds to keep building them forward, going for the pay-per-view. I do want to say thank you to everybody who's been keeping this save alive. Thank you so much for those who are liking and showing that this is something they want to keep going. I definitely am doing my best to keep this going, so thank you so much for all of that. All of our storylines advanced, like I said. We used the main guys from the show last week to feature, so Goldberg beat Vampiro. Nash and Awesome had their match made for Starcade, or I'm sorry, had more build up for their stuff. Booker T and Chris Kanyon did their interview thing for their feud for Starcade, so we touched on some things. We're going to address some things on the Go Home show, and tonight's main event, remember, is Goldberg and Mike Awesome versus Abyss and Kevin Nash. Looking forward to that. We have to figure out the answer to what's going on with the U.S. Championship. And some other stuff needs to be tied in. So let's get to the show here. We got 68 rating on the video recap. And we open the show with Kevin Nash coming down to the ring and calls out Mike Awesome and challenges him to a fight at Starcade 2002. Kevin Nash has been on a tear since about August of just being this big badass, pretty much what he was as Diesel, and having him just kind of run through people. And Mike Awesome looks like to be the guy to step up. 69 rating out of Nash's promo there. Mike Awesome answers the challenge and accepts for Starcade and says he is going to become the new top big man here in WCW, and Kevin Nash can just go right up to the sunset with his 7-figure contract where he's been keeping this company down. Obviously they have a stare down as Kevin Nash bails from the ring. And they will both be in the in the main event tonight, in that tag team match with Goldberg and Abyss. Both storylines have advanced. Mike Awesome and Kevin Nash being made for Starcade is going to be very exciting, hopefully, and we'll see what we do with that at Starcade. I've been going back and forth on what we do next with both guys, so looking forward to that. 70 rating on that segment. In our opening contest, in about that had great heat and good wrestling. Booker T defeats Elix Skipper in 10:28 by pinfall with a Harlem Hangover. Booker T in 83, Skipper at 58. They have great chemistry in this match, got the crowd hotter with a 70 rating. Booker T, we just wanted to give a win before Starcade going into his match with Chris Kanyon. We haven't had Booker wrestle in a bit, and Skipper now is solo for as of right now. That will change soon, but Christopher Daniels got written off last week after Jindrak powerbombed him through the table. Daniels will be off TV for a little bit as we go through a repackaging for Mr. Daniels. So Skipper is going to be doing a little bit of a different thing here. There was no point for me to do Skipper and Jindrak just because we had done it last week. So I felt there was no reason to do that. I figured we give Skipper someone new this week and see what he can do. And Booker and him had a great match. So post-match, Booker T grabs a microphone and says he's finally going to put a stop to Chris Kanyon on Sunday and start his claim back to the top of WCW. Storyline has advanced in a 70 rating out of Booker. So good stuff so far on this show. Backstage, we got Rey Mysterio cutting a promo saying that Ultimo is still in Mexico and that he will be at Starcade, but as for tonight, he has found some backup just in case the Militia, sorry for that pop-up, guys, just in case the Militia tries to play the number game on him. He does have backup tonight, as he is facing off against Ray Gonzalez coming up soon here. So 74 rating from Rey Mysterio. Good stuff here out of Ray. And then Ray Gonzalez and the rest of the Militia walk up, and the match is made. Ray Gonzalez, Super Crazy in Berlin challenge Rey Mysterio and Ultimo Dragon for Starcade. Ray says he has the third person who's going to have his back tonight, and he's ready to fight Ray Gonzalez right now. So we have a 3-on-3 6-man tag at Starcade. Rey Mysterio, Ultimo Dragon will have a partner to face off against the Militia's Ray Gonzalez, Super Crazy, and Berlin. 73 rating on that segment. In and about the head, fantastic heat and great wrestling. Rey Mysterio Jr. defeats Ray Gonzalez in 12:58 by pinfall with a springboard Hurricane Rana. Ray Gonzalez is 63, Rey Mysterio 92. The Militia Strong has advanced and gained heat, and the match got the crowd harder with an 81 rating. Wow, that's a good match right there, guys. Big win for Rey Mysterio. Ray Gonzalez obviously shows that he can hang. 83 on that, or 81 on the match rating is incredible for a match that was not the main event. Post-match, we have a 3-on-1 beatdown. The Militia has the numbers game on Ray, knowing that Ultimo Dragon is not even in the United States right now, as he is wrestling in Mexico tonight. The storyline has advanced on the 3-on-1 attack, 69 rating on that, but we have the Mystery Man making his return. Sting is hitting the ring with the baseball bat as he takes down Berlin and Super Crazy as Ray Gonzalez bails, and he is announced as the third man for the 6-man tag, as it will be the Militia's Ray Gonzalez, Berlin, and Super Crazy facing off against Rey Mysterio Jr., Ultimo Dragon, and the Icon Sting. 70 rating on that. The Militia storyline has advanced. So Sting having a 6-man tag at Starcade, not having a singles match. Same thing with Rey Mysterio. Is a little controversial, I think, but didn't really have a choice at the time with the way things were kind of going. So this is what we had to do, and that's what we're going with. And about that had good heat and decent wrestling. Steiner brothers defeat Zero Cool in 8 minutes when Rick Steiner pinned Scott Taylor with a top rope bulldog. Scott Steiner carried the match. Scott Taylor 57, Sean O'Hara 58, Rick Steiner 54, Steiner in 81. Tag title star has advanced. Sean O'Hara and Scott Taylor show excellent chemistry, and so do the Steiners. 68 rating on this tag team matchup. This is probably going to be the slow burn to finishing Zero Cool out. Have some thoughts I want to do with Sean O'Hara before we find out if he's going to be a fail or successful wrestler here in WCW. Steiner brothers get the win going into their tag team title match on Sunday. So, good stuff out of everybody. We get a backstage promo from AJ Styles talking about Mark Jindrak for Starcade, and says when he won this championship, he was a surprise to everybody, including Jindrak. At Mayhem, they had their battle, and Jindrak was able to eliminate him in the match, and on Sunday, there is no surprises. We know who's fighting who, and on Sunday we'll truly find out who's better between myself and my former tag team partner Mark Jindrak for this television championship. 65 rating on the promo. Storylines advanced and gained heat. Paul Heyman comes down to the ring and welcomes Rhino, Buff Bagwell, and Dustin Rhodes to the ring, saying that last week, due to Rhino's interference, we did not get a number 1 contender for the United States Championship, and we can't have that going into Starcade. So we have made a decision as it goes for the United States Championship, and that decision is that on Sunday, Rhino will be defending his WCW United States Championship in a triple threat match against Buff Bagwell and Dustin Rhodes. And as Paul Heyman is saying that, Rhino hits a vicious gore on Dustin Rhodes out of nowhere as Buff Bagwell bails from the ring, and Rhino stands tall in the ring over the fallen Dustin Rhodes. So we have a huge triple threat match now for the United States Championship at Starcade between 3 great wrestlers. Rhino gets the momentum here on the Go Home show by scoring Dustin Rhodes. Very exciting for this match. I think is going to be awesome. Hopefully I have come to a result that I like and we're going to go with going forward. In a decent match, Ken Shamrock defeats Low-Ki in 7:40 by pinfall. Shamrock just getting a quick win here. Low-Ki is just finding out what we can do with him. So he had a 41, Shamrock a 63. They had good chemistry. Shamrock was off his game, 56 rating on that. Low-Ki is going to be coming up and starting to team with Elix Skipper. Now that Daniels is going to be going solo and being repackaged, so Low-Ki is going to be joining up with Elix Skipper going forward. I'm not sure how we're going to get there. I've kind of figured out some ideas on how to get that team up and rolling, but Low-Ki is going to be getting a call up here in the next couple weeks. 56 rating out of this from Shamrock and Low-Ki. Rob Van Dam makes his return and goes after Ken Shamrock. After the match, as Shamrock bails as RVD hits him with a flying drop kick, and Ken Shamrock rolls out of the ring. 68 rating on that. RVD says on Sunday he's going to be the first man to pin Ken Shamrock here in WCW, and Ken Shamrock's career will never be the same after Mr. Pay-Per-View Rob Van Dam pins him 1, 2, 3. Storyline has advanced and gained heat, and we have a 73 rating on the promo from Mr. Van Dam. Good stuff here. This is going to be the blow-off between Shamrock and RVD. I'm very excited to see what we do going forward with both men. We get a promo saying that franchise Steve Corino and Shane Douglas will be returning to Nitro next week. We had to have them off TV due to a staph infection that happened to Shane Douglas, so I didn't want to have that situation going on. So I gave them a couple weeks off, and they'll be back next Nitro. The franchise Shane Douglas and Steve Corino will be in action. 55 rating on that. And in a decent match, America's Most Wanted defeats the Dynasty in 9:34 when James Storm pins Jeff Jarrett with an 8-second ride. In terms of in-ring work, Jeff Jarrett was head and shoulders above everybody else. BG James of 57, Double J of 72, Storm of 48, Harris of 49. Down to quality for the match, and James Storm benefited from a hot new move. 64 rating on the match. The Dynasty is in a very weird spot right now in booking wise. Thinking about possibly turning them babyface just to get them a little bit of freshness. America's Most Wanted does pick up a big win here, though, as they are slowly climbing the ranks of the tag team division. We get a Team Canada coming to the first Nitro 2003 in their video music video package, as Lance Storm says they are going to bring honor from the Canadian flag to WCW, just like he did a couple years ago, but this time he's come with multiple backups, and that this time this dynasty of Team Canada is not going anywhere. 48 rating out of that from Storm, Eric Young, Angel Williams, and Bobby Roode. We get an angle at the end of the show here where the Guido makes a call to Ray Gonzalez and tells him that he will be in their corner on Sunday for their 6-man tag, as the Guido has been out of action for a couple weeks. I couldn't book him in anything, which really derailed some plans I had for Starcade, but he'll be back just in time for Starcade, so we'll get everything going with him post Starcade. But he just let them know that he'll be back for Sunday to be in their corner. 70 rating on this. And in our main event of the evening, and about to head fantastic heat and great wrestling, Kevin Nash and Abyss defeat Mike Awesome and Goldberg in 14:27 when Abyss pins Mike Awesome with the Black Hole Slam after James Mitchell's interference. Abyss is 68, Nash is 72, Goldberg is 77, Mike Awesome is 78. Championship star has advanced and gained heat. Kevin Nash star has advanced. Mike Awesome benefit from a hot new move. 76 on the rating, which is fantastic for this tag team main event. And this is our final part of the show. Let's see what we get for an overall rating. And we ended our Nitro with a 75 rating. We increased our popularity in 11 regions, which is awesome. We are building back up again, which is great. We're not as stagnant as we were. Hopefully you guys did enjoy this go-home show for WCW Nitro. We have Starcade coming your way next week. I'm going to do my best to have that ready to go for next Sunday. I will be up celebrating my bachelor party for my wedding, so I might not be able to get Starcade up by Sunday. So look forward to that. I'm going to try to get that up there for you guys. But till then, we'll see you for the next show, which will be Starcade 2002.